like I said, corruption is everywhere. Here in Nigeria, I don't. I think opposed to the U.S. to now, the atmosphere is so different. Is because people hold you accountable when you do the wrong thing. You are terminated. You are put in prison. You are wrote about in the news and everything. They really humiliate you, and to the point, where it makes people afraid. Well, most people, it makes them afraid to put themselves in that position. But here, it's like there's not a consciousness of shame when you see people that are the ministers of these big high-ranking divisions, and they're stealing billions of naira. And just like we just saw the young lady that had 20 something bank accounts that she was sending money to, and then when they find it, they just say, "Oh, I beg, forgive me." Oh, this just not something you can, I beg, and get past. You need to be prosecuted. You need to be your hands held to the fire. And that's just something that's not done here, because it seems like it's just so, it's now become normalcy for Nigeria. And now you see, now Nigerians are even taking that mind frame even outside and going to other countries and getting themselves caught up in stuff. And so where does it stop? You have to cut the head off the snake here and let people know that Nigerians are tired. It's still some good Nigerians here, and everybody's tired. Now we paying $800 a liter for gas. Everything is sky high. People could barely feed. They can barely put their children in school. And so Nigerians are tired. You see all of these people graduating from university only to come out and be Yahoo boys and Ashawo, which is prostitute. Where are we going? And somebody has to take accountability. Again, like I said, stop blaming the government. We are aware, and people need to stop saying, "Oh, it's so." Every place has corruption. Every place. What are we, the citizens, doing, for Nigeria? We need to start pointing the finger at ourselves. What are we doing? We sitting here, we talking, and we get together and we, spew all the hate speech about this, that, or, but what are we doing? What are we doing to make a difference in our environment for our country? That's what we need to be working on, not all this other stuff. In U.S., you see when bad things happen, people have marches. They do. I'm not going to say a lot of things that they do is good, but they even go to the extent of damaging property, showing force that they don't like what's happening, that they're not going to allow you to do this and that. And I'm not trying to say that's what Nigerians can do, because we know here that the police force are not that understanding when it comes to stuff like that, and we don't want people to lose their life. But I'm just saying that I think that more Nigerians who think like myself and others need to come to the table and sit together and see what we can do as citizens in order to push this country up, because it's too many brilliant people in Nigeria. I was just telling my friend, how can we be great outside of Nigeria and then behave like ingrates in Nigeria? It doesn't make sense to me. So that's the difference. I think the people have been subjected to so much. So I think the attitudes towards people has been so barbaric, and people are so afraid to speak their truth because they've had people killed or put in jail for nonsensical reasons and stuff like that. People are afraid to speak up. But if you don't speak up, do you see where we're headed? We're headed into a self-genocide. That's where we're going. And so in order to save ourselves, people have to start waking up and implementing things outside of waiting for the government. We can't continue to wait for the government to save us. We can't wait for the West to save us. Africans have to save Africa. You get me? That's the only way Africa is going to live. Africans have to be responsible for Africa. And so if we start thinking that way, not only will Nigeria save itself, we can join hands with Ghana, we can join hands with Rwanda, and only we can save us. And I've been saying it for years. Africans need to focus on the issues of Africa, and we need to stop bringing in foreigners to get us situated. How can these people with a different culture, a different mindset, come in and get us together? They cannot. The only thing that they are doing is causing more rifts in between the different countries, with the tribalism, and then, the different colors and stuff like that. They use it because you're lighter, you're better, your tribe is better, because your body's bigger, you're stronger. This is part of the problem that we're having now. Africa needs to be fixed by Africans. Africans need to come to the table. They need to be honest about what's happening, where they want to be, and they need to concentrate on that, regardless of what or the ruling parties that we have in play right now. We need to disregard that and do what we can do on the ground level. Because sooner or later, if you work it from where we're at, that top part will have to follow eventually. It can't keep this part is going and this part is going the other way. It's not going to work like that. Once they see that this middle part is evening out and everything is balancing, the top will meet the middle and everything will be balanced. But we have to try. Nobody's trying. All we're doing is talking. All we're doing is watching each other die every day. Do you see the hunger? Do you see that people are out here doing anything to feed? Anything. And me, I have the option. People say, well, you don't have to be here. You can always go back to the U.S. I'm a spiritual person. I didn't come here to run away because there's an issue. I came here to get myself, my spirit, my life together too. And so a part of that is, if my people suffering, I'm suffering too. That's just what it is.